Sam Kerr, the all-time leading Australian goal scorer. Full stop. No gender marking, no caveats, none of that. The all-time leading Australian goal scorer. How bloody good was that, Harrow?
So bloody good. And you can tell by her celebrations, because obviously there were celebrations for the first couple of goals, how much it meant. It would have taken a fair bit of weight off her shoulders, I imagine, because she's been carrying it around since before those USA games. Like, I remember talking to her about it then. So it's been a little while. But yeah, it was fantastic. It was like scores the first one and she's level. And I think the Matildas social media guys made a bit of a joke that they barely got to do the graphic celebrating her equaling Tim Cahill as the all-time leading goal scorer, and then she scored another one. So and she reached 50 and she reached 51. And then she just scored 3 more because she could. And the great thing was the sort of range of goals, showed everything that we know she can do, that lovely finish across her body. There was sort of the roving sort of tap ins. And then, of course, the first penalty she took, which was a lovely one, hard across her body, into the bottom corner, unstoppable. More of them, please, less of the one into the bar. But I do like that she backed herself to take it again. And at one point, it got to a level where she was just, I think, trying to pick out her teammates. And then when she didn't have time to think about it, she banged in a couple more. So it was, just underlined her quality. I mean, like it was against Indonesia, sure, but it was about the moment, and it was on pretty much prime time, 9 p.m., which is what you want. You love to see these milestones completed when everyone gets to look. And for a player who not too many people saw her score her first goal as like this precocious teenager, she's then obviously gone through so much in terms of injuries and just developed and gone from a winger to a striker to one of the best players in the world. And I don't think you'd find anyone that disagrees that she deserves these records. And I think we're all just very lucky to be able to watch a player like this go about her business, notch up these milestones and just do it in such a humble way. And clearly does it. You know, it's to her, it's clearly secondary. So no, what a player, what an athlete, and very much what a trailblazer. So yeah, it's a you love to see it, and how good. Sam Kerr becoming Australia's all-time leading international goal scorer. And there was a nice little graphic that Tim Cahill must have got done up quite a while ago, where he's sort of just seeing her off as she goes off not even to the sunset, just beyond equaled his record and went beyond. So fantastic stuff.
And it was cool not just for us to watch, it was also really cool for India to watch. She said after the match that she was really proud to have broken that record on the soil of her grandparents. You know, she has Indian heritage, and from interviews and conversations that I've had over this week, she is being welcomed like a rock star there. She is like Messi levels of superstardom for India. And to see a woman of South Asian descent doing something like this is really significant. It's significant for us as Australians, of course, because, you know, at the elite levels of sport, there is such little representation. But to do it over there and in front of all of these people, it's honestly going to, like, even though she plays for Australia, it's going to inspire a generation of girls, you know, to see that they can become the next Sam Kerr. Like, Sam Kerr looks like me, and I can do that if I work hard, if I'm given opportunities, which I think is amazing. And good on Tim Cahill. You know, he recognises that the mantle has been passed on to Kerr, who is now out and out the GOAT. And what's so bizarre to me is how many people refuse to acknowledge this. It's like, well, what do you like? I'm pointing to the number here, right? 54 goals, 105 games. That's like, outside of culture, outside of gender, that's more numbers than 50, right? And so based on that math, she's the best. And it's just the reaction of a lot of men on Twitter over the last 12 hours has been quite bizarre, in just refusing to acknowledge that that's the case, as though a woman being better than a man at something is just like out of the realms of possibility. But yeah, no, Tim Cahill's reaction was great. I loved the graphic. I mean, he probably didn't write the tweet, did he? But I liked the sincerity of it. I liked that he he seems really engaged in that kind of way, and really respectful, you know. And I mean, the topic of respect is probably something that we'll come to in a minute, but yeah, no, it was great. What an amazing performance.